Hey there, I'm Marina Ormes, and I'm got your Astro vibe for Monday, November 7th. We're at such a potent and important time with the lunar eclipse. Where it's not technically tonight, but it'll be in the early hours of tomorrow. So we're very close in time all day today. And I went in depth yesterday on that lunar eclipse. So really potent and important energy that we're in right now, and good video to review if you missed it yesterday. Today, I thought we'd focus on 3 reasons why the world needs you. We've got the moon in Taurus now, so it was in Aries all weekend, and the energy of action and courage and upheaval. So responding, how we can respond rather than be reactive and in fear, and what we can do about things. So shifting that narrative, and I talked about that on Saturday and Sunday. And today, the 3 reasons why the world needs you just feels really like a potent and important topic to come back to as we are looking at the bigger picture of changes astrologically. The energy of Taurus is really interesting in energy. It's what we conceive of as normal. And so it's the way that we make sense of things. It's the way we expect things to behave, to be, to act. It's our routines. It's our day-to-day stuff. It's the feet on the ground, just all the ways that things keep going. It's the machinery that keeps us going. And that energy of Taurus is about the status quo. It really very much likes things to stay the same. And so Taurus itself as a sign is uncomfortable because it's got the planet Uranus in it. And Uranus has been in Taurus for a few years now. That energy of having the planet Uranus in Taurus means there is shakeup to our sense of normalcy. There is shakeup to the status quo, destabilization, unpredictable things happening, normal being the sense of normalcy being shaken up and disrupted, and having trouble finding where that place of comfort really is because it's changing. And so another word that we can think about when we think about Taurus energy is entrenched, right? Like attached. We really don't want things to change. And so we also have these forces as we have been evolving our sense of normal in the collective, as we have been redefining what is normal, what is acceptable, who we marry, how we bring in inclusiveness into our lives, how we think about change and responding to threats to our climate and our planet. Those things are all changing. And the forces that don't want change are going to come in, as they have been, and say, no, I am not going there. I will not. And they're trying desperately to control us through whatever means is possible, through violence, through disruption, through interrupting our elections, through other methods like disinformation, through telling lies, through propaganda, through controlling the way that messages get released, and taking, there's a real sense of that entrenched energy saying, I will not change. And you will not change. And we are going to prevent change no matter what we do. And what is happening, though, is that we are changing, and that is inevitable. And whether the forces of change will grasp this sense of normalcy and say, no, we are going to force this into this new normal is what is coming, and we are evolving, and we will not go back to the way things were. The changes that are happening, the shifts that are happening around this eclipse, again, I went in depth on that yesterday, but really it's reminding us that we are here to shift, and our consciousness needs to shift, and the ways that even those of us who believe in change and want these positive changes have thought in the past are going to need to adapt. We need to adapt. We need to adapt so that we can respond to a world that is trying to prevent this evolution. And anyway, okay, went off on a thing there, but 3 reasons why the world needs you, because the world does need you. It needs you to be yourself. It needs you to be authentic. It needs you to express yourself and to live your truth. And one reason is because you are unique. You are different, and the world needs all of our voices, all of our experiences, all of our perspectives. The world is a better place when each of us in our uniqueness shows up and shines our light. So that's one reason why the world needs you, is because you're unique and you have something to offer that I don't, and vice versa. The second reason why the world needs you is because the world needs underdogs to stand up, right? We are done listening to the bullies and the authoritarians and the autocrats and the people who want to control us, and it's time for the underdogs, the everyday people, right? The average people, to say, that's not okay with me, and I'm gonna show my I'm gonna defend my rights by living my truth. And so that sense of belonging. And if you're familiar at all, there's this song that always comes to my mind. It's an REM song called Around the Sun, and it has a line that says, "I wish the followers would lead with a voice so strong it would knock me to my knees." So really, that's a great song to listen to around this election and this eclipse also. Around the Sun by REM. And so it's just a reminder that we're not just followers, we are also leaders, each of us. And so shining our light and standing in our truth is what the world needs us to do. Number 3 is there is no one else who knows what you know. And so telling your story, sharing your experience, being your own person, being who you are is why the world needs you, and it's why you're here. There isn't anyone else who has your particular experiences and perspective, and of course you are that unique being. So that the theme of belonging is really also connected with Taurus energy, because we are of the earth. We belong on the earth. We are animals. We are nature. We are we depend on the health of nature. We depend on the air and the water and the living beings that become our food, whether they are plants or whatever they are. That we're one with nature. We are inseparable from nature. Maybe we have this sense of consciousness and control over our world in ways that other species don't, but that just gives us more responsibility, right? It gives us more of a sense of purpose in being responsible stewards of the earth and the air and the water and the land that we belong on, and that we belong here. We are embodied here, and we need to be embodied in ways that can share and offer who we are and offer our gifts. So there you go. 3 reasons why the world needs you. You're unique. The world needs underdogs to stand up, and there's no one else who knows what you know. And the definition of normal is changing. So be part of that definition. You get to decide what's normal, and you get to act as though the normal is what you know it to be. So here we are, and we are in this energy of the lunar eclipse, full moon. Something is being revealed, something is being illuminated. We need to be who we are. Go to the polls and vote. Make sure your friends vote. Check in on people you know. Ask them if they voted. We have this opportunity to really shape our future, and this is where it begins. So really powerful moment right now that needs you and your authenticity. All right. Thank you for listening. Thanks for being here and for following me. I will be talking more about the eclipse and what's happening as we go through these evolutionary processes, even as we get through this election. The cycles continue, the work continues. There's more to do. This is just one stage in our evolution, and it's a possibility for shift right now. So hopefully you are taking good care of yourself so that you can be there for these changes and trust yourself more fully. Awesome. All right. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes and comments. Tell your friends if you like what you're seeing, and I will be here every day with the astrology of unshakable self-care. See you next time. Bye for now.